Good evening to one and all present here. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our today's guest speaker, Miss Vaishali Bhagwat ma'am. She is a corporate trainer for human resource management and quality management, CEO of Shrinika Foundation and Social Organization. Ma'am is a governing council member at QCFI Ankleshwar chapter, ex-senior branch manager, National Insurance Company Limited, total industry experience for 31 years. Key responsibilities handle achievements and trainings. Vaishali ma'am has handled successfully 5 S projects from pre-inspection till final certification and further for surveillance audits in various companies. Ma'am is a member of jury panel at National Convention on Quality Concepts and chapter conventions organized by QCFI since 2015. Invited by various professional and social organizations to deliver sessions on various topics. Services offered as a trainer for topics of human resources and quality management as a trainer, facilitator, and lead auditor for 5S for more than 30 organizations. Vaishali ma'am has done MCOM, FIII Fellow of Insurance Institute of India, MBA in Human Resource Management, PGD GC, Post-Graduation Diploma in Guidance and Counseling, 5S Lead Auditor for QCFI. His ma'am's favorite topic and popular topics delivered in various organizations are life skills, problem-solving tools and techniques, quality circle, employee evaluation techniques, passion for excellence, say bye to stress, managing self, resilience to restart, team building, goal setting, 5S, holistic competence, building quality culture for organization, conflict to collaboration, forgiveness to freedom, and employee engagement. Methodologies for delivering trainings are participative style with PowerPoint presentation, video clips, games, group discussion, role play, examples, and short stories, case study presentation. Level of people trained, senior level management personnel, middle management personnel, executives and office staff, workers, and students. Ma'am, I welcome you on behalf of ISTD Anand chapter. And today's topic is resilience to restart. So let's start the session without wasting the time. Now I invite ma'am to start the session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amrita. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So thank you so much for giving such a wonderful introduction of myself and giving me an opportunity to be with you all today's evening. And I'll share my screen. Are you able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. So before going to the resilience, let us learn something about stress. This is a buzzword today, right? We all of us are going through a lot of stress due to pandemic these days, but otherwise also we are facing a lot of stress in our personal life, professional life due to many reasons. Do you agree with me or not? You will have to speak with me, huh?
Yes, agreed.
Yes.
Definitely.
So, yeah. So in a very brief manner, if we want to define the stress, we can say that it is a gap between our expectation and the reality. So more the gap, more the stress. And so rather saying expect nothing and accept everything, I would change the words little bit, because without expectation, we will not be able to perform anything in the life, right? So expecting is good, but it has to be some rational, some reasonable expectations are okay. Otherwise, if expectations exceed certain limit, then it create a stress. But accepting everything is very, very important thing, and it is not very easy for all of us to accept the things at as they come in our life. So stress, if we want to bifurcate in categories, we can say stress at the physical level, mental level, psychological level, and of course economic stress also. Due to pandemic, lot of people have lost their jobs, or their earnings are reduced. So nowadays earning is also equally important, and which also creates the stress on all of us. So in all the physical, psychological, mentally, economically, at some or the other level, at various degrees, we are facing stress. And each and every person, no person in the world will say that I'm completely stress free, except the saints who are meditating in Himalayas, right? So in short, it is a body's response to the situation which is arising other than our expectation. Whatever we are expecting, and if we are to face all of sudden certain things which are different from what we are expecting, then our body reacts to it, and our body's response to that is also called as a stress. And I'm not going to discuss more about the stress because our main topic is resilience, but to understand the resilience, we need to understand the stress also. So we know that lot of negative effect of stress are there on the body, and it is reflecting, it is creating this is in our body. Our normal easiness gets disturbed if we are facing a stress. And it leads even up to the cancer. It creates the diseases even up to the cancer. Even normal coughing can also give some indication of some kind of a stress. If I refer to you, I don't know whether you know about this. There is one very good book called You Can Heal Your Life. In that, anybody know about this book? Yeah? Anybody from the participant know about this book? You Can Heal Your Life. Yes?
Yeah. Yes, I know that.
Yeah. It is about what?
It's about healing, self-healing. Louisa May. She's
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. But what is more important in that healing power is there with us, but what she has explained there, that our very small emotional problems are creating even the small diseases like in our body, uneasiness in our body, like even coughing, etc., is also indication of some kind of a emotional problems, and that all those emotional problems are created due to negative stress in our body. So if I ask you, stress is good or bad, what will be your answer? We have seen the negative effects of stress on our body. We are facing stress these days. But if I ask you whether the stress is good or bad, what you will say?
Bad.
Bad. Any other answer? Anybody would like to say some other answer? Okay, let us see. So stress is not 100% bad, because to increase our efficiency also we need certain kind of stress on our mind or our head or our intellect, we can say. To improve our performance better, we need certain level of stress, which is called as a eustress, we know. And after certain level, if it increases, then it turns into fatigue, then exhaustion, and the degree increases of that fatigue, and then it creates distress, and then the person gets breakdown. So it is not completely bad. Stress is not completely bad, but and it of course the tolerance limit of stress differs person to person. So everybody's stress level may be different, but of course some at up to certain level the stress is good. After that, the stress needs to be dealt with properly, and to deal with that stress, we need to have a resilience power within us. So there are so many things or steps we can take to reduce the stress or avoid the stress, like doing exercise, doing pranayam, listening to music, meeting with our friends or relatives, going for outing, hobbies, nurturing our hobbies. Many a times when I'm visiting to various industries as a corporate trainer, I see that people are having lot of art hidden within themselves, but they are so much engrossed in their daily activities or meeting their targets, either production target, premium targets, claims targets, whatever it may be, marketing targets, sales targets, so many targets. They just forget about their hobbies and the art. Each and every person is having certain kind of art, certain kind of talent in himself or herself. Then the person needs to nurture that hobby, convert that art into the hobby, and that gives lot of strength to you to face your daily routine stress. Am I going very fast or my speed is okay?
It's okay, madam. Perfectly okay.
Okay. Okay, fine. So having good sleep, naturally our body also requires at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Prayer and meditation, I will share about this in more detail in next few slides. And the most important thing is nowadays laughing clubs are there. People have forgotten while chasing up our dreams, people have forgotten even to smile, but smile creates lot of positive energy. Our hobbies create lot of positive energy. Now due to lockdown, my programs are postponed, but otherwise I keep on traveling so many industries, and many a times even 10-15 days in a month I keep on traveling. And if we keep on so much traveling, naturally we will get tired out of that. But I have nurtured my hobbies of, I write poems, I play Casio, I do painting, I do rangolis. So whenever I feel tired out of my routine activity, I take help of these things to relieve my stress, to get that energy back, to come to the normalcy, to gain that strength again and again. So we need to, each one of us need to identify such art which is hidden within ourselves and nurture it for improving, increasing our energy. And the power of acceptance, that is the most important thing to be a resilient person. We cannot change the situation. When we are able to change the situation, we need to take steps and change the situation. And when the situation is beyond our control, we need to accept it. That acceptance is not very easy thing, but we need to train our mind to accept such things. So the reflection cannot be seen in boiling water. Similarly, solution cannot be seen with a disturbed mind. So cool down and you will find solution for your problem. We have heard many times that if the glass is full, you cannot pour more water into that. If you want to have some good sharbat or something, you need to empty that glass. Similarly, we need to empty our mind with negative thoughts or negative things, anything which is negative in our mind, and we need to cool down it. Our life is like a river which is flowing continuously, and we ourselves are like boat which are sailing through this river of life. And this is never always it is not always a smooth sailing, but sometimes a lot of ups and downs are there in our life. Nobody's life it's very smooth and rosy, but each and every person at some stage in the life is facing the problem. And while facing the problem, if that person doesn't have that power to face the situation or that resilience within himself or herself, then the situation becomes very much difficult. And as I have shown in earlier graph, that the person breaks down. And not only the person, our family also along with us is affected very adversely due to that. So what is now resilience? The American Psychological Association has given the definition of resilience as the process of adapting well in the face of adversity, trauma, tragedy, threats, or even significant sources of stress. As the picture shows, the resilience means bouncing back like a ball. Even if we get lot of failures in the life, continuously we are facing the failures in our life, we need to get out of them and bounce back like a ball to gain our normalcy and sail through our life very smoothly and with lot of strength. It is a capacity to recover quickly from the difficulties, toughness, flexibility, or collection of skills to move through adversity. So the definition says about the significant sources of stress. So what are the significant sources of stress? Can anybody share with me? Yeah? Nobody is facing any stress.
No, no, we
Yes.
have got lots of stress. No doubt about
So
it.
yes, then we need to find out the sources of stress. What are the sources of stress?
Poor health condition is the one of the source.
Yes, yes. Then
Then
there are
some
so
defect
many,
like
right? Yes, yes,
accidents or
Maybe
anything in our
competition,
lifetime.
fast life.
correct, correct, absolutely. So basically, if we want to categorize these sources, we can categorize like this: internal stresses, external stresses, physiological and psychological, broadly, right? So the research has shown that fear, the basic instinct of our life is also fear, right? The psychologist, the Sigmund Freud has said that the basic instincts are two: either we want to live or we want to die. That is the thing which keep us on doing the activities and doing certain things to live happily. But the research says that normally the people in the world, anywhere you go, not only in India, anywhere in the world you go, we have a fear basically for these five things: fear of death, fear of poverty, fear of criticism, fear of losing someone, and fear of old age. During this pandemic, many of us have lost our relatives or good friends or very good people, mentor around us, right? And how much panic that has created in us. So fear is a basic internal stressor. Then expectations. Expectations from ourselves as well as expectations from the society, from the others, from the world. Many a times we do not think about our capacity or others' capacity, and we are expecting beyond that, or we do not accept the person as they are or accept ourselves also as we are. And that is what is creating irrational expectations from ourselves or from the world. And that also create a stress, lot of stress on our mind. Belief system. This is the most important part of our internal stresses. We can say that from the childhood, if we have heard 2-3 examples, I would share. Childhood, we have heard that if you go out for some good work and the cat passes through your road, you should not go. Even if we grow, that keeps in our mind, that first strikes our mind whenever we go out. Of course, as we learn more or we mature with the age, we try to overcome it and we overcome also. But that comes first in our mind. So our belief system always, if it is in a negative way, we think negative beliefs are there, they always hampers our energy in an adverse manner or negative manner. I have seen 13 number is unlucky number. Many people say like, right? So while visiting many times, we have to stay in guest houses of the company or even hotels. And I have seen many times that the hotel doesn't have the room having 13 number, or guest house is not having the room having 13 number. Or if they are having 13 number room, they do not give it for staying, they do not use it for, or they will just store some items or some old records into that, and they will not use that number. So this is something belief system, right? Which always creates a stress in us. That is internal stressor. External stresses, office workload, interpersonal relationships. Here also, not only when I talk about internal stresses, intrapersonal relationship, my relationship with myself also sometimes create a lot of problem for me. Right, that is intrapersonal relationship. Workload and office. Nowadays, people earlier were happy that yes, work from home is there, so all the time we are at home. But I am finding that people are have become more busy when they are working from home. Earlier, at least they used to be free from the office work when they are leaving the office at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. Nowadays, even if I call them at 10 o'clock in the night, people say that, oh, I'm preparing some report for the office. So workload, office, and there is a need to understand how much it is affecting, what at what cost I am doing that thing. And we are the only people which can control the things. We always blame others, but we are the people which who can stop all these things. But we do not understand. We always underestimate our capacity to handle the situation. Physiological, putting strain on the body. My next door neighbor, I will share a practical example here. My next door neighbor, he was very physically fit person, never have even fever in life or never had a even cough in the life, sardi khasi in life. And he used to even work for three shifts simultaneously. And he was used to proudly say to all of our society people that I can work so much at a time. I never get stress. I never get any adverse effect on my body. And just 1 month back, he was hardly 50, 51. And just 1 month back, while working in the office, he fell down. He had some brain stroke, and within 1 hour, he was off. So how much strain you are putting on your body? Body gives some kind of alert, some kind of indication to us, and we are supposed to understand that indication of our body and to control that stress there, that stresses there. Anything we interpret negative or threatening to us, nowadays everywhere we are listening about the corona and corona. So even if a small post comes about some symptoms about corona, we start thinking that इसमें से कुछ तो मुझे हो ही रहा है पक्का. So perception. So these are basically broad categories of stresses, and we need to find out what are the things which are draining down my energy. So how do we respond to negative situations? Always first denial. हो ही नहीं सकता ये. कैसे? So first stage is always denial. We do not accept. Getting angry. Due to corona, we are not able to go out for outing. In the hotels, we are not able to meet our relatives, travel anywhere. So we are getting angry inside, wallowing in the pain or blaming our luck. अपना तो नसीब ही खराब है. These are normally the first reaction to any negative situation comes like that. And to avoid, to stop that, we need to build a resilience within us. And you have power over your mind and not the outside event. How you look at that particular event, that gives you the resilience. Here also, I would like to share one small example of one of my relative who stays in Mumbai. That lady is not very much educated, etc. She was not working, but she always suffered through always struggling with the life. Her husband was in military, and one fine morning he suffered from some disease which rarely happens to the people. One person in thousands, 10,000s, or some people, and his legs were not working. All the energy from his legs were gone, and he was not used to walk. But after 5 6 months treatment, he was able to walk with that walker, and whole life he was walking like that. After that, her son got an accident, met with an accident while going to Pune, and he also faced a big injury to his legs. And for almost 6 7 months, he also was hospitalized for the treatment. So we always used to ask her, don't you get angry with the situation, or don't you think that God is not good to you? Do you believe in God or something? Then she always used to tell, अरे ये बात का तो सोचो, एटलीस्ट वो जिंदा है. अरे ये बात का तो सोचो, कम से कम वो चल रहे. They are not dependent on me. They can do, though with the help of the walker, though with the help of the stick, but they are doing their work. They are not they are not dependent on anybody. So I always used to get the strength from that lady. Oh, what a strength that lady is having, looking at positive side. So the event was bad, but her attitude, her approach to look at that event was very positive, and that is what was giving her a positive, lot of positivity and power. That is which is called as a resilience within us. So when something bad happens to you, you have three choices. You can let it define you, you can let it destroy you, or you can let it strengthen you. Naturally, what should be our choice? The last one, strengthening ourselves. But that for strengthening ourselves also, we need some capacity, some tools चाहिए ना. अपने अंदर वो tools है, तभी हम वो कर पाएंगे. There should be something. Recipe है, पाव भाजी बनानी है, but there should be the ingredients to prepare the pav bhaji, tasty pav bhaji, right? So similarly, if we want to strengthen and live our life with full of energy, full of charm, we always will certainly choose the last option, that is strengthening, right? So why resilience is important? It empowers us to accept and adapt to the situations. Yes, adapting to the situations means not getting carried away by the situation, but fixing yourself to fit the situation. Situation may be good, bad, worse, whatever it may be, but we need to fix ourselves to adjust with that situation and move forward for the life journey. It gives us strength to bounce back in adverse situation. It shows us way to work on emotional pain and suffering. Lot of things, many times we are, rather we can say that in many of the situations, it is our emotional pain which is affecting adversely to our resilience power. So emotionally strong person, you will find that he will face the situation like anything. We come to know about healthy coping mechanisms. If our mind is cool and calm, it develops realistic optimism, reduces negativity, better handling of the challenges, develops logical approach, builds confidence, and helps in managing strong feelings and impulses. It helps us to take the control of the situation and not allow the situation to take the control of us. Therefore, it is important to have the resilience. So what are the domains of resilience? Our life, the three basic fundamental elements of our life are naturally body, mind, and soul. And nowadays, we also have to think about the economic situation, the funds, money matter also, without which it is difficult to live in the world. So without body, mind, and soul, we will not exist at all. And therefore, only one part of that is okay. Our life will not be in a harmony. All these economic, body, mind, soul, all these four parameters, four elements, when they are in perfect harmony with each other, we have a resilience. Otherwise, one or this other part, if we are failing, we are not in complete harmony with the life, and therefore it keeps on driving us back. So what are the strategies of resilience? Be proactive. Being proactive means to prepare the self for the situation which we may have to face in future. We will always be happy if the situation is good, but what if something negative occurs, right? So in advance we have to prepare ourselves for certain things. Of course, we cannot predict all the things what is going to happen in our life. We may not know what is going to happen in our life in future, but for certain thing, at least we can have some anticipation of the thing, and in anticipation of that, we need to prepare ourselves. Of course, that doesn't mean being a negative. Only in a realistic way, we need to think about that. For example, I can say that if our child is not doing good in schools, though my wish is that my son or my daughter means I want to make her doctor or engineer, but if her talent is not according to that, her capacity is not according to that, I need to see what kind of things, if I means compulsorily, I make it a compulsion on her, then I'm going to face the adverse situation in that. But if it is not there, or say mentally retarded son or child, what situation I am going to face, right? Mental challenges are much more physical than the physical challenges, right? So physically or mentally handicapped son, daughter, any relative, close relative, wife is there, then what kind of a situation I'm going to face in the society? So accordingly, I need to prepare. That gives some strength to me to face the situation, any adverse situation. Practice mindfulness. What is mindfulness? Can anybody tell me? Yes. Yes, what is mindfulness?
Yes, ma'am, I would like to share.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, mindfulness means seeing the things as they are. Generally, it's a Western term actually, but in India it is practiced as Vipassana meditation.
Correct. Right. Yeah, anybody else want to share?
I would like to say something.
Yeah.
It is being in present and being little extra aware and awake.
Exactly. The right definition I can say of mindfulness is, as you correctly said, being in a present. Most of the time, what happens, our mind is either in future or in past. We rarely, while even having our lunch or dinner also, we are thinking what I have to do in the office tomorrow, or what has happened during the day. I have fight with my boss, etc. Right? And that is what happened. We lose the calmness of our mind, and in such situation, there is a probability, more chances that we may make mistakes, and that will again lead a chain of negativity. And therefore, practicing mindfulness is very necessary. For our physical things, we can easily make a habit, but for mind, we always think that is not my cup of tea. But for mind also, we need to practice certain good habits for a mind. Like in the childhood also, what we are doing when we are learning our cycle or scooter, many times we fail on while learning it, but we keep on trying again and again and learn that gain that expertise, then even while driving the car, we can talk with others and we can easily, safely drive the car. So that needs a practice. So practicing mindfulness is very, very essential, because that gives your power. Your mind thinks more rationally. When your mind is in a present, that gives always you a good decisions. Then never give up. Uh, I have seen last film about Chak De India, right? Most of you might have seen. Never giving up. So many people are troubling that Shah Rukh Khan in that film, hurting, insulting him, but he keeps on trying, and never giving up attitude should always be there, because life is so important, so precious, and time is also so precious, that we continuously keep on trying. It is not that, it is always said that when we see a good idol in a temple or anywhere, it is not that the last hammering creates that idol, but so many strokes of hammer are there since many years, and that is what is creating that good idol. So never giving up attitude always should be there. Connection with the people. During the corona, thanks God to the technology, because of WhatsApp and Gmail and Zoom and everything, we are able to meet. Otherwise, what would have been the situation if we would not have been able to see the people? तरस जाते हैं, सोशल एनिमल है, तो तरस जाते हैं लोगों को देखने के लिए. So connection. And Harvard study has also proved that the people who are having more material with them, like more money or more good position, they life of these people were less years than the people, those who are having very good connection or very good friends or a healthy relationship, interpersonal relationship with the people. So connection matters more for a life and for becoming the resilient. So those people are always able to face. This is proved by the studies made by Harvard University. Then learn from the past. How many of us, we always try to blame the things which we have to face, means negative things. We blame the people, we blame the situation and so many things. But how many of us really learn from the past? How many of us really note down what I learned from this negative situation? Right? I'm noting it down and going to present one presentation on my learnings from my life also. I'm noting down what I have learned from my mistakes, right? And that gives a lot of confidence, that tells me, yes, you have that strength which you have shown at that particular negative event. So that learning also gives you a lot of, increases your energy, increases your power. Being positive, I have shared with you the story of my relative. We all know that becoming positive, because that creates a very high frequency, high energy with us. So always remaining positive. We always feel that while we are feeling negative, how much drained out we feel, and we do not feel like doing anything. And when we are full of positivity, we want to do anything in the world. So positivity is important for the resilience. Have purpose in life. This is very, very important. Purpose doesn't mean only to achieve a success in material way. Achieving a certain higher position in society, in company, or achieving a lot of money, or achieving a car or something. Yeah, that is I can say that is also purpose, but that is a very limited thing that is not helpful for resilience. But the purpose of life means, according to me, that when you go beyond yourself and when you think for the society, you get the real purpose to live the life. When I was working for the National Insurance Company as senior branch manager, of course, that job has given me a lot of satisfaction, lot of learning. But when now, after that was some limited word. When after leaving this national insurance company, when I am now open to the world, yes, I'm doing something more for the society and I want to do more for the society. So that purpose always gives you the drive that keeps you motivating, that keeps you charging always to do something further, because achieving something for the self has some limitation. After certain stage, you get satisfied with that, and that creates boredom in your life. But when you work for the society, a lot of challenges are there in the society. Society needs a lot of help from you. And each one of us is having certain kind of a talent, certain kind of a thing which is required by the society. We only need to identify that purpose and live for it. That gives a lot of strength to us. Then accept the change. This is very, very important. When we cannot change the situation, there is no point in draining our energy in blaming anything or denial or any other mode. But we have to accept the change. That only will give us the strength to face the situation. Face the fears. That doesn't mean कल उठ के सब कुछ जो जिससे डरते हो सब करने लग जाओ. But slowly you have to train your mind. Of course, there are certain psychological things, affirmations. People use affirmations also to, as I gave you the example about the cycle, learning the cycle in the childhood, right? We overcome such situations. So in this way, whatever you are feeling afraid of, you should try to do such things. And that I would like to share my example only. For the first time when I was trying to learn the Luna, at that time Luna was there, and on the first day only I fell down, and that I was so much afraid of that Luna that I decided, no, I'm not going to learn any vehicle in the life henceforth. But slowly, some of my mentors groomed me, they counseled me for that, and then they told that it is not such a big thing, and now I am even driving the car without any kind of fear. So such slowly you have to take few steps to come out of the fear and face up to the fears. That also increases your confidence, increases your resilience. Avoid rumination, living in the past. It doesn't help, it only drains your energy. It doesn't add any value to our life. So what is gone is gone. Time is, once it is gone, it is gone. It is never going to come back. So future is there in your hands. So how you can improve your future, what you can do to come out of that situation, that only you have to think. You have to focus how you are focused on the future and forget about whatever mistakes, whatever negative things happened with you in the past. Cultivate forgiveness. There I'm taking separate sessions on forgiveness to freedom. That is very, 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 very good technique, and there is a scientific reason behind that. There is one Dr. Usha Vastare. She is neuroscientist and she has done a lot of research. She generally stays in America, but she is running one Yogakshema Rehabilitation Center. She is associated sometimes once in 2 years. She is coming here to our naturopathy center at Kotri, and she is taking workshops on that. And she is treating cancer patients with help of forgiveness. Of course, medication is necessary, but forgiveness is so much effective that changes your brain, also changes your total cells of the body and heals your body. So cultivate forgiveness is important. जितना होल्ड करके रखेंगे उतना वो बढ़ेगा ही, up to even cancer. So cultivating the forgiveness, that also increases your resilience. Continuously keep working on self. Once we get good jobs, our normal life is happy, then we just stop working on ourselves. But that should be a continuous process to work on ourselves. Till last breath, we need to keep on working ourselves, because at every stage of life, we grow, we keep on maturing. So whatever learning experience we are gaining, we have to take help of those experiences and increase our wisdom and keep on working on self. Sense making, that is a collective wisdom. We can say that we should not see a particular thing, particular event from one or two or three aspects, but we have to develop the wisdom to see through experience, through our learnings, through our education, through our experience. And collectively, by taking help of all these things, when we look at the particular event or particular situation, it gives us the right picture of that particular situation and helps us to take the right decision. Therefore, sense making also we need to develop. Then believing in yourself and believing in universal power. Believing in self, unless and until you believe in yourself, you cannot believe in others also. So that is the most important thing. If you want others also to believe in you, first you have to believe in yourself. And believe in universal power, whether you believe it or not, it is working. It is working in its own way. We do not understand how universal power works, but it is working in its own way. So self-discipline is very, very important. Whatever I told you, the strategies, those strategies are not a one-time strategy, but we need to discipline to our develop discipline for our body, for our mind, and keep on doing it continuously. Then all the cells of body also get habituated to face the situation, and that develops the resilience. So self-discipline is very, very important. If we listen, many a times it happens that, oh, very nice lecture, very nice session we have heard, or very nice good movie we have seen, we decide from the next day that we will do this good thing, 2, 3, 4 days we do, and then we forget about the things. But if we really want to develop the resilience power within us, there is a need to discipline the self, body, mind, everything, and of course by doing meditation also. So Joseph ji, how much time is with us?
5 more minutes,
Hello?
madam. 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes. Okay.
But you can continue, no issue.
How long I can continue? Just let me know. Hello. Okay. Okay. You can tell me.
5, 6 more
fine.
minutes.
Yeah, fine. So do you know anybody of them? These people are the good examples of resilience. Do you know anybody of them? If we want to increase our resilience power, we also need to learn from the life of the people, those who have done something wonderful in their life and how much struggle they have faced in their life. So I would just, this is only 2 minutes of can you tell who is she?
J.K. Rowling?
Yes, that's it. Yes, you're right. Absolutely right. J.K. Rowling, right? So how much struggle she had in her life, and now she is remembered for her. She was a bestseller. Huh? So how the life changes. So you have to, okay, yes. Never to give up and do what we like the most, right? So you are absolutely right. And the next video clip is also very good, but it is lengthy, so I am skipping it just now. That is the another lady. The left hand side down, she is Kalpana Saroj. She was also a lady. She was not very learned. She was not having even a graduation. And one day she was not able to purchase the medicine for her sister who was very sick. And that had some kick in her mind that I need to do something. And now from that stage, she purchased one only silai machine. She was knowing only that thing. So she purchased one sewing machine. And from that, now she is the industrialist, and she got the prize from President of India, Padma Shri Award from the President of India. She is Kalpana Saroj. And you listen to her story, how much struggle she had in live. If you wish, I will share that video clip with Joseph ji, and you can share with your people. Then
Sure, madam.
the another, yes, then another person is Nidhi Goyal. I have met this lady, and she has a problem that their family is having that problem that they, after certain age, they are having some degenerative eye disorder, and they suddenly lose their eyesight. But this lady is such a full of positivity. You will never feel that she is having something less than others. We may feel sometimes down or depressed, but she's always full of cheerful. And she's running her own NGO in Mumbai, Rising Flame. I have personally met her and feel so much good. And she is the first stand-up comedian. She is also appointed as a UN Women Executive Director, Civil Society Advisory Group. And she is going world around without help of anything. She is doing all the activities irrespective of losing eyesight and enjoying the life to the fullest. She is the best writer, best script writer, and everything. And very wonderful. Whenever we see such people or learn about them, we just get charged, motivated, and that is the real, we understand that is the real resilience. From where do they bring such a strength? But they over the years, they are training themselves to their mind or themselves in a such a way that they are able to face the situation. And this is the fourth picture, is Saichiro Honda, who was born in 1906, and he also faced a lot of his first project was rejected by Toyota company. Then he went back to school, studied, continued design again. After 2 years, working very hard for 2 years, again he got the contract from Toyota. But again in World War II, he lost his factory. He rebuilt his factory. Again it was destroyed by earthquake. Then he created motorized cycle, and now the story, all of us know that Hero Honda is one of the topmost brands of the automobile industry, right? So how much they have faced, how much struggle they have faced in their life, and out of that, they have come out and they have given some charge to all of us to learn something from their life. Only 1-2 minutes I will take more. The important thing which we need to understand, many a times, even in last week, I went to have a vaccine for first dose of vaccine of corona. Many people were just talking about negative things about corona and everything. But this is very important thing, because never speak negatively about even yourself, even in a fun, because universal power works on that. And this is one scientific research has shown that whatever word we are uttering, those are creating the impact vibrations in the energy centers of our spinal cord. And therefore we have to be very cautious हमारे बचपन से हमें अच्छा बोलो, शुभ संकल्प करो, ऐसी सभी बातें जो हमें कही जाती है उसके पीछे का ये साइंस है. एंड आई वुड लाइक टू शेयर विथ यू दैट ग्रेग ब्राडन, he is a author and scientist, and Bruce Lipton, he is a biologist. These people have worked so much on the power of prayer, words, how they are affecting, and meditation, our Indian styles of training our mind and ourselves, that with logically and with scientific way, they have proved that how each and every behavior of ourselves, our karma doesn't mean only action. Our karma means our thinking, our words, our actions, everything collectively is creating our affecting our life. And therefore it is very much essential to think about ourselves. And therefore, if we want to increase the resilience power, it means that knowing that you are and to live the life to the fullest. And I'm stopping here, sir. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity. And I enjoyed a lot to talk with you, and wish all of you very, very healthy life and good days ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam, for the wonderful presentation.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah. I would like to have feedback from few of you. Hello?
Yes, madam.
Yeah, I would like to have feedback from some of you.
Madam, it was really wonderful. It was really a great topic, and you have fully justified in your presentation about the resilience part. Really, it was an enlightening one. Thank you, madam.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Anybody else?
Madam, you have given very wonderful session.
Thank you.
It
Thank
was
you
really
so
nice session, madam. You covered all the domains of resilience like body, mind, soul, and
Yes.
economy. You also
Yes.
talked very nice about strategies of resilience.
Yeah.
And you have also given the name of a good book. You
Yes.
can heal your life. So we'll
Right.
be going
Yes.
through that also.
Yeah.
And we are
That is-
really thankful to you.
That
And we
book is
wish-
also available in a soft copy on the pdfdrive.net. You can just
Okay.
download it. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
It is freely available on website. Right?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you once again. Thank
Thank
you
you.
all. Thank you so much.
Raju sir, any comments from your side?
Yeah, it was a really wonderful session, and whenever we think about a resilient, we never I personally never connect with the stress management, but the madam begin with stress management, and then how resilient can be a tool to deal with the stress. So that was really good that we are talking about two such kind of variables. So it was nice, but the last four examples what madam connected, that I think give more chance to connect with the audience, because I know the background of madam, but being a member in a training, nowadays what happens that it's very difficult to engage the audience as well as students. So when we stuck up in explaining more number of points, then sometimes the audience may be lost.
Okay.
So I think more number of examples can be used at each point. Otherwise, madam, I don't take it otherwise.
No. It's yeah. You can, yeah. I'm very much open to that. That's why
yeah. Yeah, recently, like most of our members attended trainer of training program also from National Skill Development Council.
Okay.
So there also we discussed, training as a domain. Like you
Right.
understood me rightly. That's why I am discussing with this.
Yes, yes,
You
sure,
have
sir.
no doubt you had a very rich content, but the only thing is, uh, in our TOT also they said there are different kind of audience. Like one kind of audience will learn only when they listen. Then
Right.
there are some audience who can audio, and there are some audience who are visual
Right.
learners,
Right. Yes.
and there are some audience who are experienced learners.
Right.
So those who are good in listening, like person like me, maybe enjoying the session. But if there are some new person, or if there are some youngsters, then nowadays it's very difficult to engage them with all the points. No doubt all the points were good, and then you explained also one by one in a right way, as you were asking that what is mindfulness. So being in present is a mindfulness. So
Yes.
definitely, theoretically, conceptually, we are discussing everything. But nowadays, when we talk about the millennials, generation
Yeah.
Y and Z,
Yeah.
then it is very
Yeah.
difficult
Yeah.
because they are not good listeners.
Yes. Yes. So whenever I
And
take the
that is
sessions,
one, yeah. And that is one of the purpose of our this Friday forum also. Basically, when we started, because for last 3 years we have been doing it continuously.
right.
So like we give chance to our members also, so they get constructive feedback also, and
Yes.
that's how, as a trainer also, they groom over a period of time. So in
Right.
that way, it's very good. And definitely, once the situation will be normal, we would like to invite you in personally also, and then I think that will give you more opportunity
Exactly.
also to interact, because I
Yes.
understand the
Yes. Yes.
limitation and
Yes.
constraint of the online
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
So
Because
definitely we will capitalize your reference as well as your knowledge
Yeah.
in times to come.
Yes,
So
I
thank you
was to
for
tell, yeah, I
yeah.
was to tell you that, yeah, one sec. I was to tell you that whenever I'm conducting offline sessions, I focus less on the content. I do more activities. And
Yes,
that's
yes,
how the people enjoy through the activities and learn through the activities. But in
yes.
offline session, online sessions, we have that
Yeah.
restriction. So
It has its own constraint. So I understand.
yeah, yeah.
But
Thank you, sir.
it was a very, very rich content.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you for
I
sharing all
appreciate
your
your
knowledge.
feedback. Yeah, thank you for giving honest
Yeah.
feedback. Thank you so much.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Raju sir, thank you very much for the wonderful, elaborative kind of feedback as well, which will help all of us new trainers, right, to inculcate in the future sessions. And for the Vaishali madam, you had covered everything, right? And as Raju sir has said, and you had agreed that a
Yes.
mode of online or offline, right? Both has
Yeah.
its own pros and cons, right? So which
Yes.
the
Right.
great COVID has taught us is we are all learning, right? And we are
Yes.
evolving
Yes.
as well,
Yes.
right? But it was great
Yes.
session to on the resilience part, which is very much essential, the right context in the present times, right? And we thank you all the members who joined us today, and we thank you Vaishali madam for this wonderful session. And we'll
Thank
be
you.
putting this video on our ISTD Anand YouTube channel as well, right? So you can refer to your friends or colleagues to see it
Oh,
later stage as well. Thank you very much. And
sure. You can share
we'll,
with me then.
see you again on the next Friday at the same time with the same link and password. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.